What's going on YouTube? Mark Fleetwood here. Welcome back to the Daily Grind Trader. Today I've got another weekly wrap up for XRP price action. Can't believe it's been 12 days since my last XRP video, but I did want to show you this and where I think we're going because the price action has been phenomenal for XRP. And I think while we will continue, I do think we're going to see a little bit of a pullback, and I'm going to show you why. All right, real quick. So this is our order block, and I talked about this on the last video. This down close candle here on the weekly, we broke above it, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. So the following week that closed above the high point of this candle, and then we had the following week after that break these relatively equal highs that were going to be our next level of resistance. If we didn't break that, we'd come back down and potentially make a new low. We broke that clean. And then I said that this little order block here, this was a little bearish order block because it was a very single candle, a single bullish candle in a downward trend. So that makes a bearish order block. I said I don't believe this was going to be a hard block to break. I think we're going to break through it, and then we'll come back and retest it, and we will actually get that to be a support. And just in case you don't believe me, this little very mini bearish order block here between 59 and 62 cents. I believe will flip very quickly. I believe price will come up and flip it and then make it a support area and make it a breaker block. I don't think this is a very strong block at all. I think, like I said, price just plows straight through it, makes it a breaker, comes back and retests it. If they... All right, there we go. I had to give that because I don't always get these right, but this has been exceptional price movement since the creation of this order block here. So on the weekly time frame, let me close this, delete this. I don't know what that is there. So we've come back, we've come up and come through it. The next real area of potential resistance is this little blue line here, because this is a little fair value gap that I can see price waking up to. And this is what I think what might happen. We wake up to this fair value gap. We come back and test this range of support. So anywhere between that 60, let's say between 63 cents and 59.75, somewhere 59.5 to 63 cents. Let's keep it round numbers. Somewhere in that range, we will find a support and we will break off. I think that there will be only a very small test on this. I don't think it's going to be a considerably hard amount of resistance, but the big weekly resistance is going to be this order block here. So this is our last bullish order block before we break back well above $1. And we've tested it once. Order blocks don't typically last multiple tests because we tested it more than once. We created it, tested it, came back down, tested it again, created it. So this whole area here was just a whole bunch of sell orders getting filled in that price range. There was still some left. We kind of wicked up through it and then came back down. I don't believe there's going to be more limit sell orders left to make this block really push price down. What I think may happen though is there might be some profit taking in that area between 85, or let's say between 83 and 92 cents in this range. There'll be some profit taking because people in their mind have the idea that this is resistance, and they're going to sell at resistance. And they're going to try to wait for it to come back down and price back down around 50 cents and try to pick it up again. And I don't think it's going to happen again. I think at this point, the momentum will swing just far too hard to get out here and be able to get back in down here. I mean, you might get a swing back down to 75, maybe 80, but I don't think we'll see another swing in this cycle back to 50 cents or below. Not unless it happens here. If price gets back up to 80, 85, I don't see it coming back down. If it rejects here, comes down, hits the order block, and that would be the actual test of the order block, and then spring up, that I could see. I could see that actually happening, and that would be a potential outcome. But I think more likely is to hit this fair value gap, test this as a breaker block. So I'm going to change this to orange because it has been broken through. And then if it holds as a support, this will be a breaker block to come up and test the next block. And on the daily time frame, you can see how these kind of match up. And I think we will get this price range to retap this level here. It might take liquidity from these highs. So this area right here, it might take some liquidity here, come back down, retest, and then blast up. But we're gonna have little liquidity areas to test on the daily chart, on a daily time frame. We'll have a test here around 73 cents. And then we got these like kind of relatively equal highs here around 85. But once we're at 85, I think it's a minimum pullback, and then we start to push off. So guys, it's a very quick, very simple analysis for XRP. It's looking very, very bullish on the macro scale. I'm not getting too deep down into the hourly or anything, because XRP for me is not a scalping, trading, small time frame asset. It's really not. I trade, you know, I'll scalp the euro, I'll scalp the S&P 500 or the NASDAQ. I'll even do scalp trades on Bitcoin. XRP, I feel like if I scalp at the wrong time and I get left behind, I could be left way behind. The amount of change potential, the amount of run potential is just far too high for me to scalp it and be on the wrong side of it. But that being said, I do think we are looking very, very bullish. We just got to break through around 66 and a half. Oh man, I don't like that my mouse just went to 0.66669. Let's break that and clear that and not get stuck on that number. But yeah, that's it. Hope you enjoyed. As always, until next time, peace.